Welcome back. Dr. Gelman here, and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm really enjoying these series because I'm cooking anyway, and I love to share with you, inspire you, create variety, which is a lot of the feedback I'm getting, which is wonderful. Today, though, what I'm going to focus on is helping you understand how to cook certain foods in a way that really optimizes the health of that food. Now today we're going to continue on proteins, but every week we're going to go through the 4 parts of what a balanced meal is. We're going to go through healthy proteins, healthy fat, your variety of colorful vegetables, and the 4th one on your plate is a nutrient-dense carbohydrate. Not only is the quality important in all of these 4, but it's also important to know how to cook these so it's optimizing your health and not actually causing any harm. So we're going to start with proteins and cooking techniques. Now this week I'm going to show you what I cooked and how I'm cooking it in order to optimize the nutrient quality. Now with proteins, what I'm always trying to look out for are any time that I'm increasing the risk of having advanced glycation end products or advanced lipoxidation end products. For short, they're called AGEs or ALEs. Now what this molecule is when you have a protein combined with a fat, so it tends to be with protein-rich fatty foods, and it's exposed to heat, it becomes oxidative stress, and then these end products are found to increase your risk for chronic disease, such as diabetes. We know that increased AGEs are associated with heart disease, other chronic diseases, even like cancer, okay? This is really, really important because we can avoid this with proper cooking techniques, and obviously we are trying to benefit our health and by purchasing really good quality foods, and so we want to cook them really well. So I'm going to go through this. First one that I'm doing today is organic chicken, and I'm marinating it in, I just got this off of a website in like an apricot glaze and some ginger. That's really all it is, with a little bit of like a tamari sauce. Now, the reason why I'm marinating it is because one of the ways to decrease AGEs and ALEs is by marinating your meats or poultries or any type of fish, any proteins, in either an acid or a lemon base. Just marinating the meat. Let it break down, and it's going to coat it from the heat and protect it. Okay? Another way that you can decrease AGEs and ALEs is to cook meat in its own broth or in liquid. So this week I have a cabbage soup with some ground organic turkey. I hope you can kind of see it, yeah. And the reason why I did this is because I had a whole big head of Napa cabbage in my CSA. So I knew I wanted to cook the meat and make a whole soup out of it. And so by cooking meats and poultry in a juice, it protects it from these AGEs. Now, same thing with crock pots. I love my crock pots. Here are my already diced vegetables for my crock pot. My seasonings are actually already inside. This is just potatoes, carrots, celery, some seasonings. And I'm going to be doing a grass-fed lamb roast that I got from Whole Foods this week. So once again, that's going to slow cook in some juices. I'm going to put a stock in it. But the key is that it's not on high heat. So to avoid AGEs and ALEs, you want to keep the heat as low as possible, and you cook it for a long time. This is why crock pots are just absolutely amazing. Not only for really busy people like us who need to have some food pre-made, so when we get back from work, we've got some really delicious food, but it's also very, very healthy for the preparation of it all and for your health. So the other protein that I have this week is fish, and I haven't unwrapped it yet. This is actually a whole fish. I'm not going to scare you with that, but it's a whole fish, and what I'm going to just go ahead and do is I already have my herbs already cut up. It's all the herbs I had in the refrigerator. I had basil, dill, parsley, then I just have my lemons here. I'm just going to stuff it in there, and I'm just going to go ahead and bake it. It's really one of the best, easiest ways to cook. The reason why I got the whole fish is because I'm actually going to use the head and the tail and the bones to make a stock. And I actually did the same thing with my chicken, and that's what made the stock for the turkey cabbage soup. Now I'm going to do a whole video just on making stocks and broths. They are so nutrient rich, and we're going to have a whole video just on that. I highly recommend them, but that's the reason why I got that type of protein. And Cooking it in its whole state also protects it from the AGEs. So the thing that you really want to avoid is high heat grilling where you see a charcoal on it. That's really where you see a lot of carcinogenic compounds. Those are high AGEs and ALEs. But the big rule of thumb is to cook slowly, cook in its juices. You want to add herbs to it like I'm doing with the fish because those are antioxidants, and so it protects from the oxidative stress of the AGEs, and marinade. So that was the chicken. Now, just to show you what else I've cooked for the week, I've got my veggies, so I've got greens. This week I'm doing collards with garlic and ginger, and I'm just going to dress it, and I'll show you how I cook these in later videos. I already have my veggies already already cut up for the fish stock that I'm going to do at the end of the week. I've got a lot of raw salad greens this week because I'm going to do a lot more salads with some of the sides. This is actually the juice or the water that came from the collard greens. I always keep these things for stocks, but I'm going to go into detail in another video. I've got my quinoa still being prepared. It's still cooking. And I've got my yams for the week. And I roasted some golden beets with some carrots and broccoli. So I've got some really good veggies. So once again, I divided into, I've got my proteins, I've got my vegetables, they're colorful vegetables, I've got my nutrient-dense carbohydrates, and my fat, which is really what I use to dress things, but we're going to go into detail, so you'll find out soon. All right, it wraps it up. The biggest takeaway is maybe just go buy a crock pot. God, it's amazing. Go buy a crock pot and just start using crock pots. I got mine at the thrift store. They're not expensive. It doesn't even matter if they work well or not. It works amazingly. And start cooking your proteins in its juice. Slow, steady, instead of the high heat where you're grilling and you're creating the brown color and you're burning things. This is going to really be detrimental to your health, and there are ways around it. So, crock pot, cook in the juices, marinade, and start using herbs with like acid and vinegars to really, really help decrease AGEs and ALEs. All right, it wraps it up. I'm hungry, I'm ready for lunch, and I'm looking forward to sharing more details with you guys next week. Okay, have a wonderful week.